Good morning, children. Now we'll study the significance of de Broglie waves. The wave character puts some restriction on how precisely we can express the position of an electron or any other small moving particle. This is due to the reason that, unlike particles, waves do not occupy a well defined position in space and are delocalized because they are not occupying a fixed position, so they are delocalized. I'm giving one point: particles are localized in the space, but the waves are delocalized in the space. The wave nature of matter, however, has no significance for objects of ordinary size because wavelength of the wave associated with them is too small to be detected. For example, a ball of mass 1 kilogram moving with the velocity of 1 meter per second is associated with a wavelength of 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 meter, which is too small to be detected. Then we can write lambda is equal to h upon mass into velocity, and then it is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon 1 into 1 kilogram into 1 meter per second. Then it is equal to 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 34 meter, or 6.62 into 10 to the power minus 22 picometer. Therefore, such bodies have predominantly particle character because their wavelength is very small, and that's why they cannot behave like a wave. So if the particle is having this much of mass, that is 1 kilogram of mass, then it cannot behave like a wave because its wavelength is insignificant. So in this way we can say the particles with the significant mass cannot behave like a wave. Now the next we will derive derivation of Bohr's postulate of quantization of angular momentum from de Broglie equation. Now, according to Bohr's model, only those circular orbits are permitted in which angular momentum of the electron is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi, and that is mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. According to de Broglie concept, the electrons are not only particles but also have wave character associated with them. Therefore, the waves to be completely in phase, the circumference of the orbit should be integral multiple of wavelength. You can see here the A and B. In the A, the wave in the same phase. So it is in the circumference of the circle or in the orbit. But in B, the wave is out of phase. So this wave is not allotted. So when the waves are in out of phase, so then we cannot use it. Therefore, we can write the circumference phenomena, formula for the circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So when the waves will be in the phase, then we can write 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. Clear? Where r is the radius of the orbit and n is an integer here. But from de Broglie equation, we know that lambda is equal to h upon mass into velocity, h upon m in mv. Then the lambda we can write here from the formula 2 pi r is equal to n into h upon mass into velocity. So according to that formula, lambda is equal to 2 pi r upon n. So we can write 2 pi r and n is here, then h upon mass into velocity. And then we can write mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi. So this is the derivation of Bohr's postulate from de Broglie equation. So it can be proved that according to this only those orbits are permitted in which the angular momentum of the electron is as integral multiple of h upon 2 pi, and that's why the energy of the electron will be constant in this orbit. Now we will solve some numerical problem based on de Broglie relationship. Now the first is to calculate the wavelength of a body of mass 1 milligram moving with the velocity of 10 meter per second. Then first we write the formula lambda is equal to h upon mass into velocity. The value of h is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 kilogram meter square second inverse, that is the unit of h. When we write in energy, then that is joule second. Now the mass is given 1 milligram because in the h we are using kilogram, so we will convert mass into kilogram. So milligram, 1 milligram is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 kilogram. And the velocity is given 10 meter per second. Now we place the value in the given formula. Lambda is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon 10 to the power minus 6 into 10. So you make a change here, it is 10 to the power minus 34. So the lambda, and then it is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 29. So we can say the value of lambda is very small when the particle is having the very less mass, that is 1 milligram. Then also its lambda is very small. That's why these particles cannot behave like a wave. So because lambda is insignificant. Now in the next, it is given calculate the momentum of a moving particle which has a de Broglie wavelength of 200 picometer. Now lambda is equal to again h upon mass into velocity. Then we can write mass into velocity is equal to h upon lambda. Mass into velocity is the momentum. Again we can write here h is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second, or we can take 6.6 for the simplicity, and then we get 6.6 into 10 to the minus 34 kilogram meter square second inverse. The lambda is given 200 picometer. Now you convert it into meter. So then it is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Now mv is equal to h upon lambda. So h is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Now 1 meter will be cancelled. Then the momentum will be 3.313 into 10 to the power minus 24 kilogram meter per second, because we are having the mass into velocity. Mass is in kilogram and velocity is in meter per second. Now in the next example, this is a very simple example. Calculate the wavelength of an electron moving with the velocity of 2.05 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. Now lambda is equal to h upon mass into velocity. The mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. So now we place the values of mass, velocity and h in the given formula. So this is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 into 2.05 into 10 to the power 7, which is equal to 3.55 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter, that is in meter. So you can see here the value of the lambda is significant, that is 10 to the power minus 11, because the mass of the electron is very less, that is insignificant, 10 to the power minus 31. So that's why the electron can behave like a wave, because its mass is insignificant. So in this way we can say the particles which are having insignificant mass, they can behave like a wave. Now in the next example, the mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. If its kinetic energy is 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule, calculate its wavelength. Now mass of the electron is given, m is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Now kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. This is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule. Now half into 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg into velocity square is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 25 joule. Now we can find out the velocity square root of this. That is square root of 2 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 25 upon 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31. And then it is equal to 1.048 into 10 to the power 3. Now for simplicity we can take 1 also. 1 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second. Now again the value of h is given 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34. Then we can find out the lambda. Lambda is equal to h upon mass into velocity. Now 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 upon 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 into 1.048 into 10 to the power 3. Then it is equal to 6.95 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So this is the answer for this. In this way we can solve the numerical. These are based on de Broglie relation.